The most hazardous ever attempt at eviction by contractors. To end the protest against the M65 extension in Lancashire, which will run south of Blackburn to join the M6, they have to be dislodged from tree houses 60 feet above the ground at Stanworth Woods near Blackburn. The Department of Transport has today won the legal right to remove them from the trees and from cottages at Darwin, but protesters say the hardest part is still to come. Well, joining us now from Darwin is Stuart Flinders.
And the cottages you describe are just behind me here. They're currently occupied by squatters who are environmental campaigners hoping to hold up the developers just a little bit longer. About 3 miles in a straight line in that direction is Stanworth Woods, which is the current focus of the campaign. A good 20-minute walk from the main road over boggy terrain. It takes determination just to get there. But to live in the ancient woods in the atrocious weather conditions of the past few days requires real commitment. The protesters, many of them veterans of other environmental campaigns, have made these trees their home. They knew the eviction order would be granted today, just as they know that before long they'll be removed from the woods. A trench has already been dug in fields above. From there, the road will be carried on a flyover across the wooded valley. The protesters are preparing food and water supplies and rope walkways to allow them to stay above ground now that the eviction is imminent.
Well, we're just trying to rope the trees together so that once the eviction's happened and we can't come down, we can get from one tree to another, meet the tree house, see one, and have all that going on the ground. And
of course, they're clearing up after themselves.
Clearing up the remains of what used to be Bender, which is the homes we live in. It's been taken down so that we can make another tree house. And rather than let all the rubbish and bits and pieces from it go everywhere, I'm just clearing it up and making sure it gets tidied up.
It's not clear how quickly the bailiffs will move in. I'm joined now by GERALD, who's the Chief Executive of Blackburn Council, and also Hyper, who is one of the environmental campaigners here. Mr. Davies, is this road really necessary?
This road is necessary because what it does is address the quality of life of the people of this area, many of which live in substandard housing. Many of which are unemployed. It's been an area that's been depressed by the decline in traditional industries, particularly the defence industries, aerospace, and of course the decline still being felt by the cotton industry having gone. With this road, it'll put us on the map, literally. It'll attract industry in, and as a result, there'll be jobs, we hope better paid jobs, and people will be able to improve their quality of life.
But you talk about quality of life, it's going to make a mess of the area, isn't it?
Well, there's obviously a short-term disruption whilst the road is put in. That does involve a lot of mess and so on, but eventually it will mean less hold-ups in small villages, less towns congested by traffic, and people will be able to get about more easily, and most importantly, industry will have the infrastructure that they require in order to come here.
Hyper, don't we need these roads for jobs?
We do not need these roads for jobs. We've had a report recently that shows that economic benefit does not come from roads building. I think the council's quite right. This road will put us on the map, but as being the place that built a motorway next to school playing fields, asthma's on the rise, houses are being knocked down, and what little green space there is left is being destroyed for another motorway that could no longer be justified.
Very quickly, you've lost the court battle today. Is that the end of your campaign?
No, this is only the beginning. We knew we would lose in the end, but the real fight will be in the houses and the woods.
Thank you, gentlemen. We're now handing you back to the studio.
Opposing views there on the motorway extension.